What's up, everybody? This is Ronnie coming to you, just making a little video. I'm gonna show 20 things we sold last month for the month of October. No, month of November. Excuse me. I'm losing my mind here, forgetting what month we're in. I'm gonna show 20 things. Some things are interesting, some things are just things to be on the lookout for. With that being said, a majority of it is clothing, where I make a lot of my money. So let's get into it. Found this Patagonia. It was just a windbreaker type jacket. It was about $5. It has on the chest, it had embroidery, and it was also a size small. But this sold quite quick. We got $59.99 for this, and it sold probably within 3 or 4 days. Another thing we picked up here, this made no rhyme or reason. I picked it up just a gamble. Got this at like some thrift store, some church thrift store, had like $1 sale, and I picked this up. I thought it was quite interesting because it has like a nice pattern to it, nice Glen plaid to it. It was nice. A three-piece suits always seem to sell a little better. This had some flaws on it. Didn't notice it at the time. See, it had like a light stain here, and it had another one somewhere. No specific brand or anything like that. I had this listed probably about 3 or 4 months. You see right here, it was an older suit, and size 44, extra long. Like I said, we got into it for $1 or so. We sold that for $59.99. So just goes to show you, you could probably almost sell anything if you really wanted to, because stuff eventually does sell if you can get it for cheap money. This was a FootJoy Titleist shirt. These shirts are tour shirts, most likely, with the FJ in the collar. And they have the Titleist patch on the sleeve. Probably paid, I want to say I paid about $8 for this at a Savers. And we sold this for $76.99. And this was a size smaller. Probably would have sold sooner. Maybe could have got a little bit more money for it. Nice bright color though. Nice like lavender purple. And just really nice clean shirt. Another thing we picked up, found this. This was at a Goodwill. We paid, I don't know, whatever you pay for a vest, $2.99. It was a Ted Baker. It was linen. It was new without tags. Just very nice, very interesting. Some Ted Baker stuff sells well, some does not. And a lot of these were going pretty cheap. People listing them in the US, they were selling them pretty cheap. And I was just like, I'm going to price mine higher. I seen a bunch came up in the UK listings, and they were selling for about $100. So I said, let me give it a chance at the higher price and see what happens. And it sold probably within a week or so, and I sold that for $98.99. This was, you know, sometimes I do pick up Polo Ralph Lauren stuff, and it has to be far and few between. But we got this at a estate sale. This was about $5. Vintage 90s denim jacket. Has the toggles right there. Some of the keywords are like fireman's jacket. Had a corduroy collar. It was in pretty good condition. See right here, it was small. Got this at a estate sale with a bunch of other stuff. That picked up about 30 or 40 pieces at that estate sale, and it just seems like every month we sell a few more pieces and make back more money on this. This sold for $98.99. And it took about 4 or 5 months to sell, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. That same estate sale, we picked up this. This is I not know how to pronounce this word correctly. Missoni. They make a lot of women's clothing, known for their zigzag pattern. It's very colorful. They make men's sweaters that do really well. Anything else men's wear does not really sell that well. Cardigan sweater. That's the tag. They also have a few other lines, few different tags. But this was woolen mohair. Got this for about $5 at that same estate sale, and we sold this for $98.99. So it was good. We picked up 4 or 5 of these brand sweaters. We sold another one that in November too for $70. We picked these shoes up. These are ugly as sin. They're Brooks Brothers tuxedo shoes, and they look almost like women's shoes with that bow. They're very ugly, but I knew being Brooks Brothers, and we got into these for $6. And these sold fairly quickly for $95.99. And they were they're not just funky, weird shoes. See, they didn't have really huge amount of wear on them or anything like that. And then a few days later, at a different store, we found these Brooks Brothers tuxedo shoes, and we got a little bit cheaper price on these. I took off, sold these for $76.99. Same kind of shoes. These went overseas to I don't remember, Hong Kong, I believe it was, or somewhere over in that vicinity of the world. But I think I paid a little bit more for these because I did pick up the first pair for pretty cheap and seen that there was some value in them. They had a few nicks in it. They were like a patent leather. But these were in a little worse off shape. But still did pretty well with those. Picked up this at a yard sale probably about 2 or 3 months ago. I picked this up with a few other things from somebody. We got this for about $15, and it was a vintage 90s Boston College Eagles team issued jersey. I didn't ask the lady what said it was her brother's. He went to college there, and she said he was a receiver. I was not sure if he was a tight end or a wide receiver. They both kind of received passes, so on and so forth. But when I looked up the number, I was coming up with a lot of tight ends. So that's why I did put in tight end or receiver. Number is 87, usually referred to as those kind of players. We sold that for $84.99, and that actually went to Canada. So, I mean, it was kind of cool, kind of interesting, and, you know, it did take a little while to sell, but it sold eventually. Picked up this tie. This was new with tags. Has that what do you want to call it? That Novacek print that Burberry's known for. Picked this up. It was $14.99, and we sold this for about $110. And it went to Canada, so they paid extra on shipping. I made some extra dollars on shipping too. But just never know what you're going to come across at a thrift store. Do fairly well with ties, so I always search through the ties. This was a skinny tie too. It was kind of, I don't know if they're in style or not. Seems to be taking a little while to load. This was we've had this for a while. We actually used it personally, but then we changed it out for another one just on our couches. The other one actually fits better with the color of our couches and our decor. so we decided to sell this. This is a vintage Hudson Bay blanket, scarlet red. Has the 4 points as you see up there. These are points. More points there are is actually, I believe, the bigger the blanket and more money you can get for them. Bigger the blanket, of course. See a close-up picture here, and there's a picture of the tag. Most of these are made in England. Trying to think, I believe it's a Canadian company. I'm not 100% sure. This did have some light fading. It's hard to see in this picture, but in the middle there, some light fading. And we took an offer of, I think I was asking like 200. We've had it listed for a while. It didn't help that we added it up in the middle of summer. But took an offer of 135, and it went a state or two over, and I think it was like $9 to FedEx it there. So not too bad. This is a Coogee sweater cardigan, very colorful, as you see right there. We got this at that estate sale also with the Ralph Lauren and those Missoni sweaters. Picked up 3 Coogee sweaters there. It's the tag. Unfortunately, it was a size small. A lot of the clothing there was smaller size stuff, so it was kind of really, it takes a little longer to sell sometimes smaller clothing, but it does sell, needless to say. We took an offer, this sold on sale for $127.99, and we were into that for about $5. This is a Newitt Tags Orvis jacket we picked up. And see right here, the tag. Tag was about $198. And I love it when you already have the name. It's Ultimate Field Coat. Really wasn't too many. There's none Newitt tags. A few used ones sold for about $80 to $100. I threw this up for $150. I was into this for $10. And this sold for $129.99. Very happy with that. It didn't last too long. Sold within a few days. Very happy about that. Hey, it's how we like our sales to happen quick and easy. These Allen Edmonds, I picked these up at a estate sale for $3 with another pair of Church's shoes, and it was really weird, the estate sale. Like, we just stopped by out of the blue, and they had a lot of clothing, but a lot of it was like cheaper brands, brands that you come across at like JCPenney's or Sears. And I wasn't expecting much after going through some of the shoes. I mean, after through some of the clothing. So I just decided to look through a few pair of the shoes, and I came across these and a pair of Church's. So needless to say, Allen Edmonds, this was a really nice, desirable model. The McNeil, good size, 10.5. These went overseas. These sold within about a day. And I forgot where they went. They went somewhere in Asia, but they sold for $139.99. $3 to $140 is great. Can't argue that. These are a pair of women's Salvatore Ferragamos. One day we were at a thrift store and they had 2 pairs of these. They're brand new with the box. Loving that. And they're a little older women's shoe. Has the horse bit. I mean, nice design and everything. And you see they're brand new. And these were pretty good. Paid about $30. I think we paid $34.99, and these sold for $169.99. I probably could have held out, put a higher price on them, but when I looked, these were selling for around that neighborhood. They took about 2 months to sell, so it was not bad at all. Picked this Sony shortwave radio up at a estate sale. Later in the day, this was under a table, and I've done very well with these in the past, especially Sony's. And it had the manual, which is always a plus. I figured if it didn't work, I could probably get something for the manual. I only paid $2 for this. We wind up selling this for $169.99, and it sold within 10. It took about 10 days to sell, because at the time I was doing 10-day listings, and it sold the first day that I reset. It did not have the battery pack here, the battery cover. Battery cover was missing, but put batteries in it. It didn't have the cord either to plug it into the socket, but it was nice and clean. It worked. Wife did not take a picture of it working, so you see the nice pictures, and also you see me just throwing my picture here of it working. Just, I always do that to kind of get away from the scammers. Like, hey, it worked when in my possession, so I always make sure everything's working. I used to put videos in my listings. I just haven't had the time to do that. But you see right here, I listed all the stuff right there. I keep my listings very short and sweet. No templates, no added craziness. Just keep it all nice and clean and quick and easy, and list stuff so much faster too. This is like the males listing. This Zegna cashmere jacket, picked this up probably 3 or 4 months ago on eBay. Picked this on an auction. I paid about $35 for this, and I do some retail arbitrage here and there from eBay. It was a nice jacket. Seen it, watched it, and just the wrong time of year. You list this in the middle of summer. Nobody's really looking for jackets at that time. You can sneak some through. And this sold for about $35. I bought it, and I relisted it. I've had it up probably 3 months, we'll say, and it sold for $188.99. So a nice little flip. Nice way to also add some stuff to your listings too. I mean, another way to pick up stuff. And my throat's bothering me today. I don't know what's going on. But I picked up these pair of JM Weston shoes. This is my 3rd pair I found of these over the years. They are usually in UK size, so you kind of have to transfer that 9 to that 8 is also a 9 US. A lot of people will throw these up, and I did it my first time and made the mistake. These are made in France. Very good shoe, nice split toe design here. These new were about $600-700. They might even be a little bit more. I went to the website to actually get the name of the shoe, and they actually still make this shoe. I could have waited a little bit longer for these. Found these at a Salvation Army, paid $10, and they sold within like 3 or 4 days. I mean, sometimes it's just I get a good enough offer. I'm into it for cheap enough money. It's just time to reinvest. I mean, that $10, I made it into $200, which gives me about $180 to spend on more inventory. I mean, if you do that more times than enough, you're going to be winning in this. This was a Nintendo I picked up for at a yard sale. Picked it up for about $20. Picked up a bunch of games. A bunch of these games I picked up for like $1.50. I picked up a whole bunch of them one day, and they just wasn't anything really that great in the games. I added a few really good games to the lot. Well, not really good games, but like Super Mario 3, and I think there was another decent game. But you can see the games here. They're not anything exciting. Like, my eyesight's getting, I can't even see half these games. I mean, Double Dribble, Double Dragon 2, Super Mario 3, Skate or Die, Mission Impossible, none of these games are really anything to write home about. They're all kind of nothing special games, but it added value to the lot. 2 controllers, had the cords and everything, and it took me probably 2 or 3 months to sell this. It was up. I priced it kind of high, and it sold for $209.99. I kind of priced it for Christmas, and it sold that time of year. And my games, I always hook them up to the TV to show people that, hey, the system works, so on and so forth. We have little TVs in our office, so when we go to take pictures, we just move it. We do it with VCRs if we're selling something like that or anything, just to show it's working, so don't have any issues come back and try to bite us in the ass, because there are scammers out there, but there's ways to kind of help protect yourself and try to avoid it. And this was a Burberry men's jacket, older Burberry jacket. I see right here by the tag, this is pre-1999. And this was 100% camel hair, 40 regular, there we go, camel hair. And this sold probably within 3 or 4 weeks. My wife picked this up at one day on her own when she was going to the store. She actually messaged me to ask me if I wanted to pick it up. She was 100% dead set it was fake for whatever reason, and I told her just pick it up. She paid $20, and then she had a 30% off discount, so she paid like $14 for this. And like I said, it took about a month to sell. It got I got $214.99. So that was my best flip of the month. That was some of the sales that kind of drag up our total. Most months we sit around about $50 to $60 average per sold item. So these are the items that help us get there away from the bread and butter stuff. But that's all I got for you today. But like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later. Don't forget, Pickers Church tomorrow, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. See you later. Have a good day.